In this video we are going to learn how to make these super bulky fingerless mitts. These are an adult large. I have large hands, so that's why they're that size. You can try to make them smaller by using a slightly smaller hook and slightly lighter weight yarn. The yarn I'm using is Red Heart Grande. It's a number 6, super bulky, and it's about between 6 and 7 wraps per inch on the yarn weight. You could probably double a worsted weight or triple a sport weight yarn to get this weight. I'm also using a 10 millimeter, it's labeled an N, crochet hook. You're going to also need, you know, your scissors and your large-eyed tapestry needle. You're going to need a really large eye for this needle because of this yarn. It needs to be able to go through. And also the written pattern that you will find on my website. So let's get started. And I always find it comical that it says directions, make 2. Well, I'm making mittens. Of course you're going to make 2. Okay. All right, let's see. We're going to start with a chain of 18. This chain will go around this part of your hand. So you can actually adjust the size as you go. This is how I design them. So you just do a slip knot and chain 18. All right, I've made my chain of 18. What I do when I make my slip knot loose and count it as a chain, but if you tighten yours and don't count it as a chain, that's okay too. These are going to be worked in rounds, but for my first round, I usually go back across the row and join it at the end of that. So for round 1, you're single crochet in the second chain from hook and each single crochet across. So you go in the second chain. Now if you like, just for a more finished look, you can go into the loop on the back of the chain to do it. Just be consistent, do both mitts the same way. And what I've done before is I would get 2 separate balls of yarn and do like 2 rows of one mitten and then 2 rows of the other mitt so that they are the same. So what you're just going to do is single crochet in each chain stitch across, and you're going to end up with 17 single crochet. 17 single crochet. Leave your tail hang because we're going to use that tail to join the chain edge later. So just spring your, pull it down all the way, bring your yarn around to make a circle, and then slip stitch into that first. And I like to pull my slip stitch tight. Okay, and then this should fit, I'll go from the top, over the palm of your hand like this. That's where that's going to rest in your mitts. And you can do this now or later. Use your tapestry needle. I gotta figure out where I put mine. And take that tail and fold it over the needle, and that gives you a flat thing to stuff through the hole. Then you take the tail and you go into that first chain and back through. I like to do it twice, 1.5 times, and then run your yarn underneath your stitches in your first row. And you can wait to the end to do this if you want. I just like to keep trying it on as I go, so that's why I want to close it now. Okay, and you want to pull it back so that it's still stretchy. So that gives you your, that connects it at the bottom there. Okay. All right, now we're going to work on rounds 2 to 4. You just chain 1 and single crochet in each single crochet around. Keep in mind when you come back around and you put your last single crochet in the last stitch, don't work into that slip stitch or you're going to end up increasing stitches. So you want to be careful. You may count your stitches after each round. There'll be 17. So we're going to continue this until your 4th round is finished. So I'm going to pause it here and get that far and we will resume. Okay, I've finished 4 rounds of single crochet. At this point you can check your gauge. The gauge should be 8 single crochet is 4 inches and 4 single crochet rounds is 2 inches. So you count 1, 2, 3, let's see, I'm going to use my needle and mark it. Just go right down through the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to just hold my thumb at that one. Okay. And 8 single crochet is 4 inches. And then your 4 single crochet rounds is 2 inches. So I'm on gauge with this. All right. So now that we've finished our 4 rounds of single crochet, the next round is where we're going to make the thumb hole. So if you want to measure this to your hand now, it might be a good idea. Slip it on so that the stitch loop is down toward your thumb. And it'll be up against that part of your thumb. And if that's the length you like where your fingers come out, that's where it's going to be, because your thumb hole's going to be right here. And so if you need to add another row, you can, or if this is too many rows, you can take one out, because different people have different shaped hands. Okay, now moving on to round 5, we're going to chain 1. This does not count as a half double crochet. We're going to half double crochet in the first single crochet. So that's right here, same one we made the slip stitch in. Yarn over, insert the hook, draw up a loop, and draw through all 3 loops on the hook. All right, now we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to skip 2 single crochet, and then we're going to half double crochet in the remaining single crochet around. So you yarn over and draw through all 3. Yarn over, insert the hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through all 3 stitches on the hook. And I saw Michael Selleck's of the Crochet Crowd's interview with Drew, the crochet dude, and Drew Emborski said that half double crochet is his favorite stitch. So it is it's thicker, it is versatile, it's not as small as a single crochet but not as big as a double, so you don't have the large holes of double leads, and you don't have the little tiny stitches a single crochet is. All right, I talked my way all the way around. And now we're all the way around here. We're going to join with a slip stitch to the first half double crochet. So you just go under those 2 loops at the top of your half double crochet. And I pull that slip stitch tight because it's not going to be, the chain's not going to be a stitch. Keep in mind that with half double crochet, the top of the stitch, the loop you're working into, is askew to the right slightly of the stitch. So when you see this chain loop here, it looks like there's 3 chains there. It's not. That's the top of your first half double crochet after the chain loop. All right, so you're going to need to know that for your next round. Let's go on to round 6. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to just single crochet in each half double crochet round, working 2 single crochet in the chain 2 space. So basically we're just going to make 1 single crochet in the first half double, then 2 single crochet in the chain 2 space. Keep them to the slightly right edge of the hole so that you can get your next single crochet in that first half double, just like so. See how it's to the right of the stitch? And that's just how half doubles are made. Alright, so we're going to single crochet all the way around. I've single crocheted all the way around, and I'm going to join with a slip stitch into the first single crochet. It's like slow and pull the slip stitch a little tight. When you pull the slip stitch tight, you know you don't accidentally work into that slip stitch. You can count your stitches now if you like. Again, try it on. Make sure your thumb fits comfortably through the hole. And there we go. All right. So we've done 4, 5, 6 rounds. Now we want to do round 7. This is another half double crochet round, so we're going to chain 1, half double crochet in each single crochet around, resulting in 17 half double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 16, 17. Now join with a slip stitch in the half double crochet at the beginning. Draw the slip stitch up tight. Now rounds 8 through 11 we're going to single crochet evenly, which means you just chain 1, single crochet in each stitch around. We're still going to have 17 single crochet in each round. So I am going to pause it and I will restart it when I get down to end of row 11. Okay, I've done rounds 8 through 11. The part where our loop is at the cuff. You can try it on now. It should go all the way down to your wrist at this point. Now this point here, you can change the cuff design and make it however you like it. You can continue this way, but the one pattern that I'm doing is a ribbed cuff, front post, back post. So let's get started with the cuff. For round 12 is a round of double crochet. So I'm going to chain 2. And I am not counting this chain 2 as a double crochet, so we are going to double crochet in each single crochet around. That chain 2 is going to form a back post double crochet, so we need to have even number of stitches. So that's why we are going to chain 2 and work in the first stitch. And so I'm just simply going to double crochet in each around. All right, I've got my 17 double crochet and 1 chain 2 right here, and I am going to just slip stitch in the top of my first double crochet. I'm going to pull that up tight. And then for rounds 13 through 15, we do all the same thing. Chain 2. Then we're going to front post double crochet around the next double crochet. So you yarn over, go behind the post, draw up a loop, draw through 2, and draw through 2. And then for our part of the ribbing that goes in toward the wrist, yarn over, you go behind your work and around the post of the next double crochet, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, draw through 2. Now we're going to front post again, yarn over, go around the post of the stitch, draw up a loop, draw through 2 and draw through 2, yarn over, go around the back and around the post of the stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, draw through 2, yarn over, front post, 2 through 2, yarn over, back post. Repeat front post to back post all the way around your mitt. And I will see you. Okay, I've done my front post, back post around. I have a back post that I just did. I have 1 double crochet left, and you do a front post around your last double crochet, slip stitch into your first double crochet and pull up the loop. Now see how your last stitch and your first stitch are front post, but that chain 2 becomes like a back post, so it's almost undetectable. Now you do have a little bit of a visible seam right here. You can work in around in a spiral, but it won't be as even. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing for rounds 14 and 15, so I don't think you need to watch me make those. So front post, back post, and each around, you front post in the front post and back post in the back post. Simple as that. And I will see you at the end of round 15 to see the final result. Okay, I'm at the end of round 15. And you can simply slip stitch. But what I'm going to do, instead of slip stitch, I'm going to pull my loop up. Now, and trim it. Pull that out. Just make sure you don't pull that tight at the top of that stitch. And thread my needle. Okay, and we want our pattern to continue, so we're going to go under the 2 loops of the first double crochet and then back down through this loop, and then we're going to go up. See the horizontal bar there? Go up under there and pull it through to make an invisible. Now what I like to hide my tails in a rib stitch. It's a good idea to go up and down through the ridge of the ribs so that your stretch will be in the horizontal and not the vertical. So you go under here and then back up through that rib until the tail is completely hidden. And then I fold the cuff back down and try on. Okay, I gotta find the hole. There it is. Try on fingerless glove. It fits just like my other 2. Now I have 3 fingerless gloves, so I'm gonna have to make 1 more. So let me know how yours works out, if it's going to come out the right size for you. If you tried it with several strands of other yarn, let me know how it worked for you as well. I'm also going to post this pattern onto Ravelry, so you should be able to put it in your favorites there as well. So happy crocheting. God bless.